Hello everyone, welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla on the 5th Choice server. My name is Pixlriffs and RIP front windows. When 1.9 update rolls around, you are not going to look like this anymore. Let's take it in while we can. Right, today I'm going to do some commissions for the Pixlriffs Design Company. And the next one is, in fact, one of these. It's a mob spawner. Kaboom has left me some very detailed instructions, which I'll take a look at now. The location almost seems like it should be a joke. Like, that's too much of a kind of palindrome kind of thing. But, yeah, apparently that's the location. Head down the minecart elevator. You'll find the coords of the spawner marked by Frost. This is a skeleton spawner. Build a skeleton spawner that can be found at Freehaven by Frost. Keep any ores you find along the way. Very nice of him. I would like this built. Yes, so actual work as opposed to advice. But could use some advice on building spawners in the form of a video. So excellent. Video it is. So default texture pack, building materials, optional but not required. So stone bricks I will do anyway. Spruce logs, spruce leaves, prismarine, green clay and glass, stone bricks, cobble, mossy cobble wall. Just make the spawner room, I'll connect the room to my base. I need to plan out the base itself. Leave space for an AFK fishery. You mean a space with a wall with nothing above it so you can get sky spawn rates. The fishery is not part of the job, I'll build it myself. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he needs for the AFK fishery, but that shouldn't be a problem, I guess. Like, I'm not going to completely decorate the whole room so there's no space in the wall. I think that's what he means. So let's get on with that. Right, I've got a bit of material in my inventory already. I've got some dark oak and spruce. I'm probably going to bring my silk touch pickaxe so I can get smooth stone as I go for the stone brick because I'm running a little bit low. I have it looks like I have a lot there, but I really don't, and I've got a decent amount of smooth stone, so maybe I'll bring a stack and a bit of that with me, but I'll bring the silk touch anyway. In fact, I could probably just bring a new ender chest just in case I need my tools on the go. But this is going to be an exciting commission, my first mob spawner outside of the ones I've built for my own stuff. And I suppose the community one at Freehaven doesn't necessarily count as my own, but I definitely built that. So let's head over to these coordinates, let's see where the spawner is at, and then we'll work from there. So it looks like this is about as far as we can go by land, at least for now. I'm going to make a temporary place for trouble to stay, which isn't going to be the most luxurious accommodation, but I'm afraid it will have to do for now. In you go, Hossy. Have fun in here. I wish I had like some wheat or an apple or something to give him, but that's fine. He has been... Oh. That's fine, he has been a trusty steed so far, but he can only take us so far when it comes to water and stuff. So we're about 1,000 blocks out in each direction. I guess we've got to keep going this way until we find Kaboom's place. Let's hope we don't run into any guardians, but I can see an ocean temple over there already. Is that his base? It looks like we're almost heading for that. I guess that's why maybe he had prismarine and stuff in the description. Huh. Interesting. I might have to get some kind of danger compensation for this, because this is looking a little dicey. You'll notice I'm not using a boat. I've got depth strider and I refuse to use boats at this point. It's just a waste of wood right now. I should have brought one with me, but then I didn't know I was going to be crossing an ocean in the first place. Okay, so maybe he's a little bit beyond the temple, but prismarine is still kind of a valid resource. Look at the guardians all killing the squids. Oh good, now I have mining fatigue for 8 minutes. Lovely. That's going to be great. Excuse me, Mr. Squid. Coming through, coming through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are a couple of places where there are 2 ocean temples at once. Like I know Golden Penguin has a couple out near his base. So there's every likelihood there is another one around here somewhere as well. And I do want to raid a temple at some point. I do want to do that because even though we have a guardian farm now and it's super easy to get prismarine and stuff, I think it's just fun to actually raid a temple for once. You know, it's one of those things that is still pretty cool to do. Oh, looks like we're coming up on something. Yeah, this was more difficult to get to than I thought. I'd have thought it was at least connected to the same like land mass as CherryPatch was, but I'm guessing no. And that is a funky looking... Is that a tree? That's kind of cool. I like that. Nice colour combination, for sure. Let's get a little bit closer and find out what all of this is. Okay, so this is where I was instructed to go. Okay, so we've got those are the coordinates of the nether portal. Cool. Now head down the minecart elevator. Where does one find a minecart elevator in this establishment? Oh my word, so many chickens. Aha! Minecart elevator. Going down. Okay, so somewhere down here we should find coordinates of a spawner. Look at the mining fatigue slowly wearing off. Coordinates of a spawner marked by frost. Okay, great. So 1388, 1397 is where we need to go. 1388, 1397. I think if I listen really closely I can already hear them, but I'm going to have to wait for this mining fatigue to wear off before I can actually... Oh, it's so slow. Before I can even get through the walls. Ha! This is the place. Fantastic. It's a little bit lower than I was expecting. I was definitely expecting it to be higher than that. Oh, cool. And there's still some loot and stuff in here. I guess Frost has left this for him. No problem at all. So it looks like we're at about 17Y, so it looks like we might be finding diamonds around here, so Kaboom was very generous to allow us to keep stuff in the walls, but I can hear lava bubbling, so we better watch our backs. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is I'll move this chest somewhere out of the way, and then we can probably use that kind of as a build chest as well. Give me chest, give me chest, give me chest. Yes, there we go. Okay, so skeleton spawners are nice and simple, thankfully. The first thing you need to do is get a 9x9 area around the spawner. That is going to be 4 blocks in every direction with the spawner at its center. I usually mark this out with torches. It's not wholly necessary to do this, but it just helps me with the counting part of things. So that's the area you want to hollow out. So I'm going to carve out a 9x9 area in this, and the way mob spawners work is that they allow space for spawning 1 block above, next to the spawner, and then 2 blocks below. That's going to be the area in which the skeletons will spawn. Okay, I am in two minds about this, but I'm pretty much going to have to flood out that lava lake. I don't want to do it, but if this is the area we're going to be using for the spawner room, I have to make it a little bit safe just in case accidents happen while I'm working. I've already lost a couple of redstone ore to this because I didn't realise the floor was 1 block thick. So looks like this is getting boarded up, and there's a little bit still down here, so that's not too bad. But yeah, there's a lava lake directly under your skeleton spawner, Kaboom, so I will deal with that when I can. I'm going to take some redstone out of the walls because we will definitely be needing some of this for the spawner. And check that out, it's directly underneath. And I will do my best to just fill out the rest of this, but you're going to be getting a bit of bubbling noise when you're at the spawner for now. I'm going to fill this in with the rest of the smooth stone I've got here, so this should... I mean, the fact that it's all lit up with lava in most of these spots will at least eliminate the possibility of skeletons spawning under here, so that's an advantage to it. So we've carved out this area. This is the area in which the skeletons will spawn, give or take the ceiling, which doesn't really matter much. And the point of having it 9x9 is that if you place water, it's only going to flow for 8 blocks. So that will allow the skeletons to be carried 8 blocks where they can drop into a channel, which will lead them to the kill mechanism. Now I'm going to start work on the walls around here. I'm going to build my usual Pixlriffs brand spawner cage, but the design of that is not wholly necessary, and basically all it requires you to do is have redstone wired up in here. To effectively light up a mob spawner like this, you'll need 5 redstone lamps. One of them goes on top of the spawner cage, which also prevents monsters from spawning above it if you have a ceiling that's a little bit higher, but we're going to be bringing the ceiling a little bit to do the redstone wiring anyway. And where I've marked these pumpkin heads is in the walls on all 4 sides of the spawner, and redstone lamps are going to go above these pumpkin heads here. These are on level with the spawner. The redstone lamps go 1 block above, and it's basically going to light the area around it, and mobs won't naturally spawn in water, so once this area is flooded, you don't need to worry too much about the light levels in the corners either. I've created a temporary staircase up to where Kaboom's main sort of underground base is, and so this is going to be where the kill mechanism and the on switch are, if you're going to flip this lever, it's going to turn on the redstone lamp underneath it. And what we want to do is wire it to the rest of these redstone lamps. Now, to do that is pretty simple. All you need to do is set it up in a formation where it will touch the redstone lamp in the middle and spread out to all of the other lamps. Now, what we've got now is a series of walkways that lead to each of the redstone lamps, and there's a block on top of each of the redstone lamps. All you need to do is power that and it should light up the lamp itself. I've already done half of the redstone around here, so that's the block on top of one of the redstone lamps. The other one is at the end of here, and you can meet them all in the middle in this kind of cross-shaped formation. You need to move that torch out of the way, and what this will do is it will light up all of the redstone lamps. Thankfully the signal runs far enough, and this will effectively light your mob spawner, making sure that no skeletons can spawn in this area when it is turned off. Now you can either make sure the area up here is well lit, or you can do what I like to do and use a combination of slabs and full blocks just to kind of pack the redstone mechanism in a little bit. This won't affect the redstone if you do it right, so if you place slabs over any place where the current has to flow upwards or downwards and use full blocks the rest of the way along, it will just make sure that this area doesn't become spawnable, which is quite important because you're trying to get a effective spawner with effective spawn rates. You don't want to cut the redstone off like that. You want to leave a slab up there like so, and then you can do what you want with this area. You can kind of hem it in like that, and the redstone lamps are all still going to work. So now this is out of the way, we can remove our torches that we've placed down here, and hopefully we shouldn't get any mob spawns in this area for now. I don't want it to be like in the Freehaven spawner where the kill mechanism is below the on switch, because we have very little room to work with vertically. We're at level 15 here right now, so putting it any lower will definitely get us down towards bedrock, and it's nice to use the rest of the space if we've got it. I would love to be able to make a tutorial for the kill mechanism, but I have to look it up every single time, and it is designed by somebody else, a guy called Derpcrafter. I'm going to link his video of how he built it in the description. It is really, really simple to do, but unfortunately it's not something that I can memorize very well, so I will have to do a lot of this off camera and not really explain it too much, but go check out his video if you want to learn how to build this kill mechanism, because it is super simple to follow. Okay, what we have here is a working mob elevator. Now, give or take this bit of water in the corner here, which I will replace now and grab some more water while I can. The skeletons are going to come through here, they're going to come along here. This little contraption, I guess it's a contraption, this selection of signs here will allow the water course to continue up here. They will reach a mob elevator and they will start jumping, so they get carried up as far as they can go, which is going to end up here. And now once they're in this part of the course, they will drop down into the mechanism. They'll take a little bit of fall damage, but that's fine because the lava in this dispenser is going to kill them anyway. There isn't any lava in it right now because I have yet to test it, but we're going to test it out with water first because we don't want anything to go wrong. The last thing we want to do before doing that is cover up all of the redstone, because I've already flooded this out a couple of times by mistake and we don't want any of it to go wrong. And that should at least do us for now, so let's pop a bucket of water in here and put one more green glass down there just so we can have the mechanism completely covered. There we go, water is coming out of the dispenser. If you step to one side, it'll retract, and that's what's going to happen to the lava. So it looks like our kill mechanism is successfully set up, which is great because I've been working on this for a little while. Didn't want it to carry on too long, and we can take the water out of here, replace it with the lava, and then replace the glass, and we are good to go. I figured what I could do is cover this section in green glass just so you can see the mobs as they go through the machine. So I figure we can turn this on and give it its alpha test. On switch. And you'll hear the skeletons coming already. They are making their way through here, or they should do in a second. It always takes them a couple of seconds to appear, and sometimes they get a little bit jammed together. If there's two of them arrive at this section of the watercourse at once, then sometimes it can take them a while, but they should be going around the mechanism now. Hopefully they will be dropping down into the tube and we can start grinding away. This is going to be a little bit, there we go, it's going to be a little bit slower than the one at the Freehaven spawner, because the one at the Freehaven spawner basically drops them straight out of the spawner room, as opposed to this one, which has a bit of a water course around to carry them into the kill mechanism. But your back is to the spawner at all times, so you'll be able to stand in here and grind away. You could even make this an AFK-able room, and I'll work on the design of that shortly. But I think we've seen enough. I think we can see that the skeletons are all gathered in here, so let's wait for the last few stragglers to make their way through, and then we can test the kill. And there we go, we've got everything. We can collect up the items, the lava retracts, and instant experience, instant items. I have installed the hopper mechanism that we have over at the double zombie spawner. I'm going to replace this dirt block with some soul sand, so even if you're standing a little bit further away when you kill the skeletons, then all of the items will fall into the soul sand, be collected by the hopper, and appear in this chest. I'm going to throw these in here for now because I'm pretty sure I don't need them. I have tons of arrows and bones and so forth, but this is going to be fantastic for grinding EXP right here. Now that this is all set up, it's time to move on to decorating the area, and I'm probably going to do a bunch of this off camera because I want to brainstorm some ideas and so forth. So I will see you guys in a second when we have prettied the place up a bit. Okay folks, we're back, and I've just been busy sorting out which stuff is Kaboom's and which stuff is mine. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to leave him a bunch of it, and definitely the loot from the spawner, because that is his by rights as far as I'm concerned, unless he wants to give it to Frost because Frost found it. But this is the finished product. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. The entranceway is a little bit rough right now because Kaboom says he wants to make a hallway over on the other side of this, and that's how you're going to be able to get down. So I might come back here and help him finish this off if he wants me to, because right now the ceiling around here is looking a little bit rough until we can get rid of this ladder and fill everything in. There's also kind of a passageway up there. I was trying to dig up to his base and couldn't quite find my way. But this is the skeleton kill mechanism. You're pretty familiar with this already, I imagine, but it's all operational, it's all working fine. It looks lovely surrounded by that prismarine. I really like the way that works with the green glass. And the hallway around here is kind of something I started working on, and then Kaboom logged in and said, "This looks fantastic, I want to help you out. I've got this idea for a dark prismarine floor, so can you incorporate that?" And we just kind of, knuckled down and got to it. And I am really excited by all of the detail and stuff in here. There's some spruce leaves, but I've used them fairly minimally, almost to give the impression that this is a tree, but it's been held back by those wooden bits there. And the armor stands, of course, encased in glass, one of my favourite details, as you guys are aware. But yeah, I really like this. He asked me to install a room with a bunch of chests in, which I've done. I'm going to leave him the ender chest there. I brought that over with me, and I figured I may as well just leave it here, kind of as a congratulations on your spawner present, I suppose, and a thanks for the commission as well, because I love getting work like this. It's awesome. This is where he wants to do the hallway. He said he might help. He might ask me to come back and help out with that another time, decorating that, but that's another commission for another time, and will probably mean more diamonds, so not to worry. Yeah, this place is looking amazing. I'm super happy with it. The spawner functions super well, although as you can hear there are bats, and I think you can hear a spider if you go over to the room with the chests, so there's definitely a few mobs around here in caves that probably need to be lit up here and there, but it's still getting fantastic rates. It is actually really, really good. One quick detail, there's a crafting table hidden up here. I didn't really know where to put it in this whole setup. It kind of seemed like there wasn't really a place for it, so if you look up whilst you're standing on this bit of circle stone brick, you will find a crafting table there. There's also one in the room with the chests, and I'm sure he'll install one in the other room on this side, which is going to be an all-purpose room. He's going to do it that himself. I'm pretty sure that's going to be where like potions and enchanting and stuff go, because it's always a great idea to have splash potions of healing here to deal with the skeletons in one hit, and the one hit knocks them all up into the lava. It doesn't actually deal the killing blow, but there's skeletons around here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but there are a few caves around here, and it wasn't part of my commission to light those up necessarily, so I'm leaving them alone for now. But right now it is time to put the ceremonial item frame in place. I do this with builds for the Pixlriffs Design Company, and I explained that in one of my other videos, but I've got one of these over at Cookie's Farmhouses already. It's just something that kind of leaves a calling card just to say Pixlriffs Design Company was here and did the work, and it's really cool to just have this little like branding thing. Look out for that as a symbol in a video I'm putting out over the weekend. It's kind of a bonus video I put together that's like a trailer almost, or a sizzle, or I don't know what the word is for it, but one of those kind of advertising company things which kind of shows off a bunch of the work that I've done over at Cookie's Farmhouses. This is all the loot from the spawner. I'm going to gather this up just to get it out of the way, and there's a couple of flowers here because he was dyeing some of the armour that goes in these stands, and I'm going to take that back up just so it's out of the way here, and he said leave this way up because he's going to do the hallway, so that's what the signs there say. But yeah, overall this place, I think it looks pretty awesome. I really hope Kaboom is happy with it because he owes me 10 diamonds for setting up this spawner. And you know, I was considering like charging him a little bit more for doing the hallway. He can tip me if he wants. A Cookie left me a tip of 2 gold blocks, which I really appreciated, but he doesn't have to do that. I think it's fine. It's really nice to have done a little bit of extra design on top of this, and I think I'm really happy with the way it came out. So that one's up to him. Anyway, I will try and make my way out of here, but for now I think I'll call it a day here. So thank you very much for watching this video. My name has been Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to me for more, check out the video I put out the other day on the 1.9 snapshot and building stuff with that, because I've been live streaming a couple of times with some building in creative with some of the new blocks, coming up with some really nice ideas. I would love it if you guys check that out. Anyway, have a good one everyone. I hope you have an enjoyable day, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.